My name is Julie Wu from Ottawa, Canada. It is an honor to stand before you today to share the essence of Zibing with you. Venerable Master Xing Yun established Buddha's Light International Association, or BUDDHA, in 1992 in Los Angeles, and today we have more than 200 chapters over 70 countries across 5 continents. BUDDHA is a multicultural group that promotes gender equalities by providing education, emergency and disaster relief, and addressing environmental issues. Zibing are women leaders in BUDDHA who provide dedicated volunteer service, and their roles exemplify participation and decision-making in women. The essence of Zibing lies in its name: to know and to understand others, to know oneself, and to serve with heart. Zibing embodies equality, inclusion, and selfless service, and it is guided by the principles of humanistic Buddhism. Now, I would like to introduce you today our 5 panelists, which represent a diverse group of professionals all over North America, united by a shared purpose of a lifelong learning and empowerment. Please welcome Venerable Yonggu, the BUDDHA World Vice Secretary General America East. Mabel Lam, the BUDDHA United Nations Development Committee Director. Jenny Chen, the BUDDHA New York Chapter President. Julia Shi, the BUDDHA Vancouver Chapter Deputy President. And finally, we have Celia Chen, the bidding presenter of the Hangzhou 19th Asian Games. Thank you for being here today, and let's invite our first speaker, Jenny, to get started.
Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here and very honored to be here. And my name is Jenny Rausk, and I'm a BUDDHA New York chapter president, and I'm also teaching in Columbia. Very happy to be here. And let me brief introduce you the connection in between BUDDHA Zibing and the United Nations SDGs. And in 2015, all 193 United Members States agreed to adopt over 17 Sustainable Development Goals called SDGs. And those SDG goals are in complete harmony with the goal of BUDDHA's humanistic Buddhism. And the shared vision of UN and BUDDHA is to work towards a world of equalities, coexistence, and prosperity, like a UN goal. And BUDDHA has always emphasized education is an essential way to achieving equalities. And both organizations recognize that equality must be a core of solving global challenges for humanities. And BUDDHA has a program called Zibing to address the inequality for women. And in the world, many women still facing a lot of challenges, whether it's balancing the responsibility or homemaking or advancing their career. And all seeking equality recognized in society. However, serving as a Zibing in BUDDHA provides a unique opportunities for women's cultural self-respect, grow through a learning and experience, and gain respect to others. And this program, Zibing's program, aligns with United Nations SDG 3 and 4 and 10 and 16, as you can see on the PPTs. What is exactly Zibing lifelong education? And when you walk into the BUDDHA, the first person to greet you is often a Zibing. They're standing with a warm smile and open heart. Being a Zibing is not just welcome guests, but it's a journey to the personal growth. As a face of a BUDDHA and Zibing helping create a space and where everyone feel like a home. And Zibing's discipline isn't just following a rule, it's in the little things, how we present ourselves and how we speak and how we treat others. And over time, those small actions shape who we are and making us more mindful and confident in our interactions. And we learn to welcome each person and kindness and patience and open-minded seeking everyone as equals. And one of the ZB sisters shared that she used to a very shy person, and because this program and make him open-hearted, and he grow a little bit more brave. And through those experience, and she learned to connecting with the warmth themselves and gain confidence to handling all kind of the situations. Once, you know, one person, she used to feel like challenged, and because now she gained all something natural. And so now she's walking through a little with more ease, with courage, knowing that every inaction is a chance to grow. And the commitment of ZB is more than a volunteer, but it is a lifetime's faith. Being a ZB is a living example of a true timeless proverb. Change yourself and change the world. And the more you give, the more you receive. And also, there's so many ZB volunteers, and they stayed dedicated in this role for many years. And they don't just serve others, but they find joy, and they grow, and they renew the sense of a purpose in progress. And it's just about services, but it's about communities, and it's about friendship, and build among ZB, and make them grow, feel like more than just a duty, but it become a place warm and encouragement, and belonging to community, and share faith, and that's another reason to be a lot of us served for 20 and 30 years. And understand yourself by serving others. And life can be stressful, and whether it's working, family, or it's just a daily rush. But being at ZB offer a different perspective. In this role, volunteers learn to shift their mindset and by helping others to learning their story, and then they're discover a way to ease their own worries and compassion, and becomes healing force. Not only for those they're helping, but also for themselves. And the fourth one, I think, is a very important one, embracing women to step beyond the family and embrace the abroad world. Many siblings are housewives, and then they're involved with around their children, husbands. And some of the siblings are working professionally. In both cases, those women and find less emotional and better balance their life and gather respect to themselves and from others, all due to their ZB experience and educations. When those lessons are brought back to home and their workplace, those women are empowering and positively change their work and the home environments by affecting their people around them and with their positive and compassionate attitudes. And they also feel empowering by opportunity we offer them with the many international multicultural platforms. And let me share you a little bit about my stories. And I graduated from Juilliard School. That was many years ago. I devoted myself in the music performance, and I played in the New York Philharmonic, and I played in the Met, and I also played in the many Broadway shows, Lion King, whatever you could see, I play a lot of shows. And I also travel around the world for 18 countries when I was student and when I work in the professional. But I enjoy the spotlight. But it's just everything I had the one dreamed about. But over time, I wondered, is that music about? And can I be art, beauty, go beyond the stage, touch more lives? And those questions and actually remind me in my mind so many years. And then eventually, I become a professor, college teachers. And it wasn't this decision actually wasn't happen suddenly. It was a result of a year spent in BOIA young adult divisions, where I witnessed the challenge of young people facing today the world. Unlike before, today's young people, everybody knows they're surrounding a lot of uncertainties. And pass down the faith and value is no longer easy. So I realized more than ever, the young people needs guided in the right views. So I knew that I wanted to be more than a teacher. And so I wanted to truly understand young generations. So in my classroom, I very enjoy teaching 17 to 19, the first grade, and then first, I always call them a first grade, because for my classroom, I feel like they are first year college student. And they really in that age, challenge age, but it's really their turning point, that age. And I really follow the Buddhism principle of the four means: is embracing, means giving, and kind word, and benefit action and cooperations. And I learned from my student naturally, and I standing in their sides, and I share my own experience with an open heart. So that everybody knows that in teaching in a university, especially in the academic world, professors often work individually and then more focus on their own research. But in my times in BOIA, taught me power of working together. And I welcome different perspectives and then open minds, creative and learning environment. So often I really feel reverse as a student teaching me, and I really learn a lot from them. So one day my schools, university board offered me a job, a very important leader job. And then I asked them why meet? And they say that you're a boss and you're a student, you're a college, name it. They are actually, you are the higher rankings and everybody's recommend you. And I'm shocking, and I very feel like very warmed. In that moment, I realized everything I had learned from BOIA, is kindness and patience, and the way to embracing others in the open heart. That already taking roots in my life. And it wasn't about meeting expectation on papers. It's about touching the life in a meaningful way. So through this journey, and I have come to understanding the woman's confidence. It doesn't come from the external achievement, but from the love and the wisdom and nurturing with herself. So my path from the performers and then go to educator and leader, and I has been guiding me a lifelong education as a woman at the BLIA. And it's giving me a strength working towards a steady heart to facing many challenges. And I wanted to share you about my messaging is Find Harmonies. This is really guiding me towards my everythings. Find Harmonies is advocate to start from the individual and gradually expand outward. And in the 知宾's lifelong journey, is we often educate from ourselves and then gradually in the community and your family, and eventually, hopefully, we work towards world peace. Thank you so much. Now, we'd like to welcome the BOIA World Headquarters by Secretary General American East, Venerable Yonggu.
Venerable ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Yonggu. I'm very happy to be here sharing about BLIA's 知宾's program. Every March, we have the chance to talk on an international stage about how women can achieve equality and change their lives through education. BLIA started by Master Xingyun in 1991. It's a global community with over 1 million members. We all believe in promoting humanistic Buddhism by applying Buddhist teachings in daily life. We engage in culture, education, charity, and cultivation practices to purify our lives. Today's conference focuses on women's issues. Although BLIA promotes gender equality, today we are concentrating on women's topics. As a member of the United Nations NGO, we are committed to promoting the UN's 17th SDG, especially gender equality and peace. However, despite our annual efforts, women still face many challenges due to natural disasters and conflicts. We pray for their safety from these challenges. Women play multiple roles throughout their lives, from daughters and wives to mothers and grandmothers, without any textbooks to guide them on how to succeed in these roles. Therefore, we advocate for lifelong learning for women. The 知宾 team is a volunteer group within Blair, responsible for welcoming and guiding guests. The quality of 知宾 determines the group's image, so we place great importance on their training. 知宾 focus on understanding guests' needs and providing help when needed. The training programs has two main areas: concept and practical skills. The concept includes building faith through activities, learning principles of faith, and practicing manners like greetings and welcoming guests. It also covers service desk management and stress on strong communication and people skills, such as speaking good words and understanding cultural manners. The program promotes life education, including good thinking, the 3 acts of goodness, the forgiving, and emotional and problem-solving skills with compassion and wisdom. In terms of practical skills, 知宾 training includes taking care of how you look, such as the way you sit, walk, and stand, including uniform and makeup. Voice tone and body language are also important. The training helps 知宾 prepared for unknown situations and are given the chance to attend Blair events or international activities to gain hands-on experience. Through these trainings, the 知宾 team has become a highlight of Blair's international activities, promoting gender equality and raising women's status in society. These trainings aim to raise 知宾's confidence, leadership, and skills, allowing them to work in different situations. In conclusion, Blair and the 知宾 team have worked hard to promote gender equality and improve women's status. We continue to support lifelong learning and help women overcome challenges, staying true to the principles of humanistic Buddhism and the UN's goals for gender equality and peace. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Wu. We just heard a very detailed explanation on our 知宾's education program. And now we'd like to share a short video for everyone to get a better understanding of 知宾.
As a Fuguang Shan 知宾, I have found great fulfillment in dedicating my life to helping others and making a positive impact on their lives.
Hola, soy Viviana, Sin Bin in Walming Tempo. Es un placer para mí servir a la comunidad en nuestro templo en Orlando, Florida. Omitofo.
我们温哥华佛光山的知宾组呢，也特地有请专人来为我们做一些礼仪以及服务的一些课程，从中呢，我们也可以学习到很多。所以欢迎大家能够加入我们知宾组的行列，为大众服务。
Probably will get an idea about what is Zhi Bing. And the next one, we're going to welcome Blia United Nations Development Committee Director, Mabel.
Good afternoon, Venerable Yunku, Venerables, our distinguished guests. Thanks for joining this panel for our presentation. First of all, let me share with you, I'm Mabel Lam, as she has introduced, okay? Let me first share with you a learning from our Venerable Master Xing Yun. Keeping people in mind lets you attain that virtue, right for posterity, and accomplish great deeds. Keeping the Buddhism in mind lets you walk the way of truth, kindness, and beauty. So as a Zhi Bing, I think if we follow these two lines, it is a lifelong learning already. It's not easy. I started my career at the Government Information Services, an official news agency. And then I was transferred to the protocol office, mainly dealing with diplomats, consular corps affairs. Now I'm the chief admin officer of an international engineering firm. To describe my work, my daily role, let me think this way, just three big words: organization, communication, and problem solving. There is a time my colleagues privately call my office the SOS office. I don't know whether it's, I should take it as an honor or whatever, but however, let me share one cartoon with you. My colleague, they will come to my office, standing outside the door, saying that, "Mabel, may I have a few words with you?" And it's really few words, right? When they finish, they'll just leave without entering, as you can see from the cartoon. So I didn't realize until one day. So outside my professional work, I have the privilege to volunteering with the Buddhist Light International Association in 2 key areas. The first one, 治病, today's topic. The other one is public relations. So at the beginning, when I first joined Blear, I didn't realize the volunteer work would transform me, shaping my skills, broadening my perspectives, and also deepening my commitment to service. Today, I would like to share a little, journey of my volunteering work. The first day when I joined Blear, I'm not a GB. I was assigned to sweep the staircase. That's good, right? It's volunteer work. Do something apart from your daily life. How nice. And then I find that myself is so stupid. I cannot mend this sweep. It took me ages, and I cannot put all the dust together. And I was saying that. Am I really that stupid? Or, oh, why didn't they use vacuum cleaner, right? Vacuum it. After years, I realized this is a practice. And then when I first started, I expect my roles will be very straightforward, just having, doing with the logistics, facilitating the communications, and ensuring the smooth event. And that's it. Until one day, my partner, also a GP, she came to me seriously. Mabel, why don't you smile? Oh, I realized. Do I not? Do I really know how to smile? When I returned home in front of the mirror, I started my own training. Smile every time when I look into the mirror, look at myself. However, I soon realized that the GBing requires much more than just organization. And I quickly learned that welcoming guests wasn't just about logistics. It was about making people feel they are valued. It was also whether greeting, some dignitaries or guiding participants at some event, or just handling some last-minute, unknown challenges. I had to stay adaptable, patient, and always ready to assist under any circumstances. This type of experience challenged me, but they also became opportunity for me to grow. So through Blear, through GBing, I developed some key skills that have influenced both my personal and professional life. First of all, communication. It has to be clear. Don't forget, respectful. Very respectful and effective when you're representing Blear. This type of skills have helped me in my career, where clear communication is crucial in international engineering firm. The other side of different culture, different background, they have to understand you, right? Not just communicate directly. You have to think. Problem solving and adaptability. Unexpected situations always arise. So I learned to think on my feet, stay calm, and find quick solutions. The qualified solutions that now help me manage challenges as work. Teamwork and leadership. Whether coordinating PR efforts or assisting in GBing, I learned to work with a diverse team, delegate tasks, and lead with patience and understanding. So, today's me, after my days with Blair as a GP, just a story. I think my colleague won't mind. He has retired over 10 years now. It was a cold winter night, year-end period, snowing. I came from Toronto, so it snowed a lot, okay? The January night, after 7 o'clock. I was very busy at my office. Again, another colleague. He came to the door, knock, knock, knock. Mabel, may I have a few words with you? Oh, sure. He came in. Nothing offensive. He is over 6'8", over 200 pounds. He sat in front of me. Very quiet. It's snowing outside. It's bright because of the snow. And then he started weeping. And then he cried with tears in his eyes, just, like raining. So I just leave him for a while, give him some clinics. And then later on he said, my wife has left me. I want to be transferred. So I realized the change in me and the atmosphere in my office. So true service is not just about efficiency. It's about connection and impact. Through Blair, I've come to see service in a new way. It's not just about fulfilling, your role. It is about creating positive change, whether in government facility relations, community engagement, or simply making someone feel welcome. So this was my journey, and it changed my life, changed me as a person. Volunteering as a GP in Blair has transformed me. So this is the story I would like to share with everyone here today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mabel, for sharing your journey and GPing with us. And next we have Celia Chen. She's also one of our Blair Youth Group members, and she's here today from Hangzhou, China, to share her personal story.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And this morning I received a very special gift from our final panel speaker, a pair of earrings handmade by Indian ladies and crafted. It's very beautifully done. And this simple yet beautiful reminder of the stories, skills, and strength woven into the every creation. And it really made me reflect upon my journey of how in our lives some unexpected could happen, and something just like the pair of earrings is shaped by hands and that guide us, and the experiences that mold us, and the decision we made along our way. So as a child, you would never have imagined me sitting and standing in front of the crowds and make public speaking. But life sometimes do pushes us beyond our comfort zones and leading us to some extraordinary moments. So now I'd like to invite you to see the big screen. This is one of the extraordinary moments for me, being the bidding presenter for the 19th Asian Games in Turkmenistan.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, distinguished members of the OCA Executive Board, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Celia Chen. Good morning. A member of the Hangzhou delegation, we are very excited to be here, and we are honored to have this opportunity to address members of the OCA about what we believe is Hangzhou's outstanding bid to host the 2022 Asian Games. Now, please allow me to introduce our team.
Mr. President, this concludes our presentation today. Thank you. Now, I'd like to hand the floor back to the President. Thank you.
So delivering the Hangzhou's bid for the 19th Asian Games is one of the extraordinary moments for me. So today I just want to share with you about my journey from Belia to the international stage, a journey of embracing the unexpected and also facing some of the tasks and duties being allocated to me beyond the roles I was being given, and also being the creator of your own story. So at the age of 13, I moved to London from Hangzhou, my hometown, to a Catholic boarding school. So in order to search for belongings, I found Belia, where I met Jibing. And to me, Jibing is a group of ladies who are the cultural and image ambassadors of Belia. So as a child, because at the time I was a bit chubby, so I kind of like reminded them about their motherhood. So they gave me lots of food to eat and lots of drinks and lots of chocolate and lollipops. And years later, at the International Buddhist Light Conference at UNESCO, their professional images is changing and evolving. I mean, from my perspective, I saw them as graceful, disciplined leaders, not just participants or but organizers, and also decision makers and role models. So that moment reshaped my views about women's leadership, not as something to fight with, but for us as something lived through uplifting the others. So Belia taught me the leadership isn't loud. It's not comparing who has the loudest voice or who has the most aggressive attitude. It's more building upon compassion, resilience, and strength. So even dishwashing, the sort of tasks I'm being allocated for the first time when I stepped into Belia, dishwashing became a lesson in mindfulness, patience, and humbleness, the sort of values that will shape my journey in the future. So back in high school, I studied drama during my GCSE and A-level in London. And my drama teacher is Vera McCackney, who is the former BBC presenter and brought Andy Pandy to the world. So years later, a Belia mentor challenged me to direct that is my happy time back in Belia, the youth group. So if you can jump to the next slide, you can see our happy life. Oh, this is the life of the Buddha. Okay, so the Belia mentor challenged me to write a play which would be staged on the Buddha's birthday in Leicester Square in London, so called The Life of the Buddha. And all the volunteers, as you can see on the slide, they are volunteers. And some of them were struggling financially, but they devoted themselves fully and expecting nothing in return. So their selflessness really moved me. And it taught me the power of big mind, to see strength over flaws, to appreciate rather than judge. So I thought I was leading them, but in fact they led me. And they teach me patience, teamwork, and the pure power of storytelling to uplift and transform. So as you'll see from the previous slide, I studied international relations from London School of Economics. And at that time, I determined to change the world through policy and diplomacy. But a single and unexpected experience changed everything. Because while producing a short promotional video about Venerable Master Xing Yun's one-stroke calligraphy, one of the messages from Venerable Master Xing Yun really touched me, because he said, "My calligraphy is not good, but you need to see my heart. I have a compassionate heart." So at that moment, I realized it was never about the perfection of the strokes, but the intention behind them, a message of generosity, wisdom, and kindness. So then I saw the audience after they watching the documentary I produced, they were moved with the tears. And that was when I understood something really profound. Policy may take decades to create change, but storytelling reaches the heart instantly. So with this clarity, I joined the CNN International Features Department based in London. And then years later, I moved back to my hometown, Hangzhou. This is when I bid for the Asian Games. But winning the Asian Games bid was only just at the beginning. For 3 intense years, my team and I reproduced the road to the 19th Asian Games. So 43 episodes in 3 years with a team member only 5. And then this is the only official authorized shows by the Olympic Council of Asia permitted to use Asian Games logos. So behind every stunning shots was the effort, and our team, including many fearless camera women, endured scorching heat, heavy equipment, pouring rain, and sleepless nights. So matching or surpassing our male counterparts in strength and resilience. So as you can see, Blair taught me, and the leadership is about helping the others. And I carried that message and spirit forward in my career, and ensuring every woman in my team wasn't just given the opportunity, but empowered to lead. Because these women didn't just capture the stories, they lived them. So then if you jump to the next slide, I'm the torchbearer, yes. So in 2023, I have the honor to be the torchbearer for the Asian Games. It's just not a symbol of the sportsmanship, but a commitment of spreading harmony through international storytelling. As you can see, the next slide is we create the special gesture of this with my torchbearer, another torchbearer. It means hope, because I designed this gesture inspired the 3 acts of goodness and forgiveness, as you can see from the next slide, to give others confidence, and our gesture give us hope. So ladies and gentlemen, we live in an increasingly interconnected and interdependent world. We value our past, we make the most of our present, and we are working together to build our future. And your future is our future. Today was a wonderful, glorious day, and tomorrow will be yet another. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. And good evening, everyone. I'll be the last panelist speaking in this segment. My name is Julia, and from Vancouver, Canada. I'm here today to represent the 2nd generation of Zhibing. And unfortunately, my mother couldn't be here today due to her language barrier, but I'm honored to share her story on her behalf. So growing up in the BLIA Lifelong Education platform, I've been deeply influenced by its teachings, and our entire family has been shaped by its values. BLIA's emphasis on women's education has had a profound impact on me from a very young age, and I'm proud to continue this legacy. So I joined the BLIA youth group when I was a teenager, and after entering adulthood, I've stayed actively involved in BLIA for over 20 years. Currently, I serve as the Deputy President of the BLIA Vancouver chapter and manage the operations of a Canadian food importing company. So my mother was a well-known singer and MC in Taiwan, but she retired early to focus on family life and moved to Canada. She became involved with the BLIA Zhibing group, which marked the beginning of her second part of life. Initially, the shift from being a celebrated performer to a role in Zhibing was challenging for her. However, with the warm guidance of the Zhibing sisters, she quickly felt welcomed. And this support inspired her to aspire to become someone who made others feel welcome. And since then, she has been serving in Zhibing for the past 30 years. Zhibing is the front line of the BLIA, and it's a place where many good connections and affinities are made. My mother often says that in her 30-plus years of joyful service in Zhibing have not only brought her closer to others, but also helped her receive support when she needed it the most. There have been many incidents where people came to make offerings, but didn't understand the proper protocols, drawing unwanted attention. And as a Zhibing, my mother would step forward and with patience, guide them through the process. This positive interaction often left a lasting impression and led these individuals to return and eventually become one of our members. Later, when she became the president of BLIA Vancouver chapter and needed volunteers, these very members willingly offer their support and resources. I recall my mother telling me about one incident where someone stormed into our office, frustrated with using our website for merit donations. He was yelling loudly about the difficulties of using it, and my mother, sensing the situation, took the time to listen patiently to his complaints. waited for him to calm down, and then gently explained how he could proceed. She always emphasized that Zhibing service requires a lot of patience. It's about understanding and helping, not confronting or escalating tensions. And when you remain kind, even in the face of anger, it's easier for the other person to calm down. While it may seem like the work of Zhibing involves many frustrations, my mother believes it's the best place for self-cultivation and growth. In those chaotic moments, it's about staying calm, thinking clearly, and turning patience into compassion and care for others. A simple kind word or gesture can change someone's perspective and decisions. And thanks to her determination, my mother has also become one of the Zhibing training instructors in Vancouver, helping new Zhibing to improve their manner, communication skills, and boosting their confidence. Many Zhibings in my mother's generations were housewives, whose main roles involves taking care of their families and their children. They're often not heard or not valued. Jenny, I recall you have a similar story, so would you like to take this opportunity to share with everyone?
Yeah, no, I do have a similar story to share. One of her Zhibing, I think that she shared with me that she had to spend more than 25 years stay-at-home mom. You know, stay-at-home mom, everybody knows, is clean the house, taking care of children, and then they very involved with the family, and then depend on husband's income. And so that for the over 2 decades that she lived in the road, that she didn't know how to dress herself, and she lost her self-image, and she didn't know how to look good, and she thinks look good is a guilty thing, that she feel like look good is not her things. And just one day she walked into the DOI front desk. She said, wow, Zhibing's sister looks so pretty, so elegant. And she actually asking for join the team. Of course, eventually she joined the team. And because look at the beautiful gown, actually we have to be disciplined ourselves. And we have to be really proper manner. And we have to be really addressed to people. Everybody's guest is coming. So gradually she changed how she looks. And her husband actually know that. Okay, so her husband say to her that, I don't know, wow, my wife looks so pretty. And children actually know that as well. Children say, wow, my mom is beautiful as well. So she actually boosts her confidence. And then gradually she felt like look good actually is essential, because that whatever that could present herself. So think about the empowering woman. It's not just inside. When you look at the outside, you're being confident with being who you are. That's very important. Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny, for that story. So like what Jenny said, through these Zhibing service, these women gain confidence and find a sense of self-worth, making their lives more meaningful. So from a young age, I've always heard praise for my mother. People would often say, your mother is so beautiful, so elegant and graceful. I rarely ever heard anyone speak negatively about her. She has always set high standards for herself and placed great importance on the manners and behaviors of her family, which has deeply influenced our family's values and education. As a second generation Zhibing, I've had the privilege of growing up surrounded by these beautiful, wonderful role models, which helped me better understand the value of women. I was once a shy and introverted child, but after joining the Blia youth group, I started to develop my skills and become more independent. I learned resilience, how to face difficulties head-on, and how to solve problems without relying on others. Blia has provided a vast platform that encourages young people to think, to act, and to build self-confidence. And through various activities, I've developed public speaking skills, leadership skills, and learned to express myself. I've also learned how to adapt and handle any situation that comes my way. In a male-dominated society, the education Blia provides for women allows us to experience true equality, empowers us to confidently engage with all kinds of people, make connections, and navigate complex situations with calmness and flexibility. These experiences shape us into more adaptable, resourceful individuals. In addition to my mother-in-law is also a Zhibing and a working professional. Because of the lifetime education and training I received from Blia, my in-laws have trusted me with their greater responsibilities in managing the family business. Blia teachings have helped me become someone who can take on any responsibility without hesitation. Zhibing is a community for women. It is a safe place where women can come together to support each other. It is a lifelong education that respects women, promotes equality, fosters self-improvement, and leads to a more fulfilling life. There are many women like us who balance work and family, and since joining Blia, I've made many friends, many of whom are highly successful professional women. Like Jenny, Celia, and myself here today, all of us come from the same platform. I met Jenny when we were both teenagers in the youth group, and although we've always lived in different places, throughout the years we've always reconnected and supported each other during different Blia events, and even during our personal lives. Jenny and I are both mothers as well, and through our personal journeys, we've shared this legacy with our family. I've learned from my mother's example and strive to pass on that same confidence and wisdom to the next generation. By leading through our actions, we empower those who come after us. Thank you. Okay, so today our 5 panelists stand as representatives of countless women within our Zhibing community. Our collective presence amplifies that anyone can join us, and each of us has the potential to embody the values of Zhibing, helping women to discover their potentials. We are profoundly grateful for this safe platform, and our aspiration is to spread the ideal of equality far and wide. By empowering women, we foster confidence in every decision we make and carrying forward the wisdom, strength, and assurance instilled in us through Blia's lifelong education. Thank you for listening.
Thank you to our 5 panelists for the very, very thoughtful presentations. And now I would like to invite Venerable Yonggu to lead a prayer for women written by our founder, Venerable Master Xing Yun. Please rise and join your movement.
By Venerable Master Xing Yun. O great
compassionate Buddha, we would like to tell you, it is unfortunate to be born as a human, for we experience unbearable racism and the sadness of poverty and inferiority. Moreover, being born as a woman means we are harshly disciplined by parents in childhood, burdened with hardships as a wife, and saddened by the departure of our children in old age. O Buddha, please protect the safety of women. Please preserve their dignity. Please see to the well-being of their home lives. Please grant them happiness in life. O great compassionate Buddha, please bless all women. Let them be protected and cared by all Buddhas. Let them receive kindness from the world. Let them be supported by faith. Let them have freedom of mind. O great compassionate Buddha, please grant women the courage to rebuild a pure land in their hearts. Please grant them the wisdom to realize the true nature of the world. Let them receive the sweet dew of the Dharma. Let them blaze under the light of the Buddha. Let them enjoy the breeze of joy. Let them breathe in the air of freedom. O great compassionate Buddha, please accept my sincerest prayer. O great compassionate Buddha, please accept my sincerest prayer.
Yes, then let's please invite Venerable Yonggu to give us a few words.
我先要抱歉，我用中文讲哈，那就费子帮我翻译哈，我很高兴大家一起来关注女性平等的这个议题。
I'm very happy to be here, and also very happy to see you guys caring about the equality of women.
佛教呢主张的是众生平等，基本上呢，不管你是男性、女性，你是什么种族、什么身份地位、什么教育等等这些，其实我们看一切众生都是平等的。
Buddhism centers around equalities of all sentient beings, no matter if you're woman or man, any beings should be equal.
佛教讲的也是慈悲。曾经有人问过我，要怎么学习慈悲啊？
Buddhism also talks about compassion. So one time I was asked, how do you be compassionate?
我回答，我说那就从一个起点开始，这个起点呢就叫同理心，感同身受的一种能力，叫同理心，就是慈悲的起点。
And I answered, the starting point to be compassionate is to have empathy and to be empathetic to others.
当我们开始对别人的感受有感觉的时候，你开始慈悲。
Once you start to feel what others feel, you are starting to have compassion.
你的这种慈悲的能量啊，不断的一直在提升，提升到终极的慈悲，就是一种平等性，就是佛陀说的众生平等啊。越慈悲的人，看待对人越是平等。
The more compassion you have, the more strength you get, and ultimately, you will have the power of equality, just as the Buddha sees every being as equals.
所以今天联合国啊，这么多年来一直在倡议着女性地位平等啊，其实这跟佛教的精神是完全吻合的。
Here in the United Nations, for years they have talked about gender equalities and the status of women, and this is in alignment with the spirit of Buddhism.
我们从过去几年啊，在每年来到联合国的这个平行会议在分享啊，从南非的女性教育，让她们有得到工作的机会啊，这是南非的个案。
And in the past, we have shared about the stories and the educations we have done around the world. One being the education done in South Africa and how that helps the women have job opportunities.
之后再分享我们在我所谓的我们当然就指 BLIA 国际佛光会在巴西进行的是贫民窟的儿童教育，叫做如来之子的专案。
Another story by we mean of Buddha's Light International students. Another example is the education we have done in Brazil. Started in the slum of the Brazil in the poorest areas, and they're called the Sons of Tagatas.
之后我们分享了在菲律宾我们办的就是说星云大师在全世界他建了5所的大学，其中1所在菲律宾。那菲律宾我们启动的是好苗子就是说这个贫穷的孩子只要他愿意上进我们学费全免，资助他们在这个菲律宾的光明大学就学。
Venerable Master Xun has also built 5 universities around the world. One being in the Philippines are called Guangming College, where they emphasize educations for everyone. So if you're the less fortunate ones without monetary abilities, they provide boarding and free tuitions to attend school.
之后有2年，我们分别报告了，都是在印度的专案其中1年呢是有关印度佛学院，包含在南亚海啸之中变成是孤儿的我们在印度成立的孤儿院就有1年是在印度这方面的教育慈善。
One of the years we also presented about the things we have done in India. One being building a Buddhist college in India, and another one being helping the children who have lost family in tsunami.
是，然后在 前年哈，我们分享的是在印度的清奈哈，在那里呢有所谓的建民村，后来我们的大师星云大师就告诉我们说，他们不是建民不要叫他们地方叫建民村，要给他们希望，只要给他们教育。他们的这个村庄要改名，就叫做希望之村，所以在那里办了几所希望之村的这个学校的教育。
Last year, we also shared about in China, India, there's a pocket of area where they're called the untouchables, and Venerable Maxine has emphasized that we should not be calling anyone untouchables. So she renamed the area the Village of Hope and has built a few schools for the children to attend.
是，所以在过去几年呢，都是各位可以看到，不管是从非洲、巴西、菲律宾、印度其实办的原则上都是一种以教育来行善，就是这个慈善不是只有救济，而是教育，只有教育可以彻底翻转他们的生命。
So all these cases from Africa, Brazil, Philippines to India, all of the things we have done through charity is not just to give, but to provide education. Education is the only way to have a turning point in your life.
当然，在这2年去年呢，因为我们都是在3月份来。当然讲的都是参加的都是国际妇女地位的这个会议所以我们提出了就是在幕后促成这些慈善教育得以推展的比丘尼就像我这样的身份出家的女性的僧侣叫比丘尼那在今年就是以在家的居士与女性做代表这个我们讲优婆夷那就是治病。
So last year, we as bhikkhunis, the Buddhist nuns, as myself, we have came here to talk about the things we have done because behind the scenes of all the education, the charities that we do, behind the scenes there's a lot of things that needs to be done. So last year when we came with other venerables such as myself, this year we focus on the lay people, or we call them upasakas, so the female disciples in Buddhism.
但是我实在很想让大家知道，佛光山并不是只有女性佛光山呢，这个很国际化的一个僧团其实也是我们讲生信这个7众弟子大家一起的所以有男性的出家在家，有女性的出家在家是很平衡发展。基本上我们根本就没有分性别，只看你发心，你愿意承担，你愿意发心你就可以站到前面来，一起来帮忙。
Here we emphasize teamwork. No matter who you are, whether you are renounced as a venerable, if you're not as a lay people, if you're male or you're female, we're all equal. As long as you are willing to have vows, as long as you're willing to give, you have the power to stand before anyone and make things happen.
我们非常欢迎今天在这里结缘的各位如果您觉得我们这个朋友佛光山佛光会这个朋友是一个值得认识的值得互动的朋友欢迎跟我们联系那或者留下彼此的联络方式，我们以后保持联络希望不是只有1年1度来到联合国这里进行一些发表或者交流其实我们在民间多一些互动，对这个人世间都会注入更多的光和热。
Thank you, Julia.